And last fall, Minden High School's theater students took their original production of The Coffee Pot Is On to the State One Acts competition, and they took second place.
Well, now the town the town where it's set is getting their own special performance this weekend. Local 4's Kit Chroniker went to Minden today to see the local thespians as well as their impression of the historical piece.
The Coffee Pot Is On is a historical piece which captures the famous North Platte Canteen stop from World War II. This bit of obscure history has major significance to Nebraska, as the canteen was a pit stop for transcontinental trains carrying U.S. soldiers to their port of deployment. They would stop for lunch and coffee after spending days on the train, and it became a memory many could share while at war and after coming home.
North Platte, Nebraska.
The kids got to involve themselves in a period of time that Hollywood has dramatized, but that's all they had for a connection. But then once we jumped in, then they were immediately involved in something that actually happened.
My favorite line is when he's talking about when he was in France and someone said,
"When there was a lull in the fighting, I heard a voice come out of the darkness and say, wouldn't it be great if we were back in North Platte for 5 minutes?"
And that just shows just the impact that it had on all these soldiers that came through.
Denver Wilson from North Platte, Nebraska.
It's nice to even think that people from different parts of the U.S., even though they had never been in the canteen together, could reflect on being there and how emotional and fantastic it was for them, and for them to want to come back even.
Yeah, I think that theater does more than a history book would do, in that not only do you get the facts, but you also get to envision what the emotions were like too.
And your service is something I will never forget. Serving you a sandwich, pouring a pot of coffee, dancing to Glenn Miller. It was the least I could do. It was what any Nebraskan would do.
Jeffrey Horner, the show's writer and director, says much of his source material was a book called Once Upon a Town by Bob Greene. The performance drew the largest crowd Minden High School has ever had for a performance in the fall, and it will be playing a special performance this Sunday in North Platte.